Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. This is the playoffs edition, where we're going to scoot quickly through these playoffs here. I was trying to think whether or not this was even valuable information to the viewers, but if you followed along the whole season, you probably want to know who won. And so I feel like the quickest and most efficient way is to just play one day at a time. We can watch the playoffs develop over the series. So I thought it might also be somewhat educational to take a moment and to show everyone the players on each team, so you kind of know who's playing. The Yankees had the best record in baseball, and here is what they're working with. I'm not going to go down the lineup or anything, but just taking a quick look at their offense. I thought one thing was just interesting I wanted to point out is Brian Doyle led the American League in batting average all year, and I guess it doesn't much matter because Mike Hargrove won with a .335 batting average. But I took a look, and Brian Doyle didn't even qualify with his at-bats, his walks, and he had no hit by pitches. He actually fell short of even qualifying for the batting title, which I think maybe batting ninth in the lineup hurt him in that way. So anyway, here you go with the Yankees lineup. There's nobody injured, so the Yankees will be going with a full roster of hitters. In pitching, though, they lost Ron Guidry, who also would have been the ERA leader if he had got to 162 innings pitched, which he did not. Ed Figueroa is also listed as injured. So they have two rookies starting off, 1 and 2 in the series, and then Tommy John and the great El Tiante. So a couple pitchers there who just missed the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Maybe still will get in someday. And you can take a look there at their bullpen. So we're going to switch it over to the California Angels real quick. Oh, here's the pitchers. You son of a bitch, Frank Tanana. This is maybe the best pitching staff. Tanana, Keeson, and Doug Rao. Ed Halicki is injured and will not make it back in time for the playoffs if the Angels make it to the World Series, but they have a solid bullpen. It looks like they tried to work in some of the September call-ups. Here's the batting lineup. You can see that there's a few players that are listed as tired, but there'll be a couple of days off in a row that will rest them up for the rest of the playoffs. So here's the lineup. We've seen this team quite a bit down the stretch. They took it to us more than once. Rod Carew, no home runs. That's kind of weird, right? And do they have any hitters on the DL? Yeah, so Brian Downing, catcher DH, will not be available. And Joe Rudy, I think, has missed the whole year. So let's take a look quickly at the National League. Montreal, right, here we go. Take a look at the lineup. This team is in shambles as an offense. They won't have Warren Cromartie, who's probably their best hitter. I don't know why, but they have Gary Carter and Andre Dawson on the bench. Two Hall of Famers, and in their place they have John Tamargo, and in right field, it's Ellis Valentine, who you could probably move over to left, and then put Dawson in his natural position. But anyway, a bunch of strange names in that lineup. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that team. And in the National League West, it is the Astros. Take a look at their lineup. These are the typical Astros. Looking at their home run totals, how did anyone even get to 10? That Astrodome back in the day was just a cavern, and no ball would fly out. Primarily a speed team. And it looks like they got their lineup about as right as they can. Billy Beane, Moneyball, 18-year-old in the lineup, which I thought was kind of weird. They do have some injuries. Jose Cruz Sr. is not going to be available. And there's a couple other schlubs there that nobody really cares about. But this is where this team is dominating. They have J.R. Richard. They have the Ryan Express, Joaquin Andahar, and Joe Niekro as their four main pitchers in the rotation. And their bullpen is solid as well. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started here as I flip back to Detroit. I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to go one day at a time, and it's going to take a day or two of days off before it actually gets to game one. I hope everybody enjoyed watching game 162. That was a lot of fun for me. It was kind of sad to see it wrap up. Take a look here as game one is played. Angels take a series lead of 1-0. They win 4-2 in game one, and that might spell doom for the Yankees. And the Astros win in 10 innings, 3-2, and they have a 1-0 lead. Let's go to the next day. And the American League's now tied at 1 as the Yankees return the favor, and they're 4-2. And the Astros have a 2-0 lead, which in a 5-game series, that might spell doom. And I think we'll have a day off here while the game saves the data. Taking its sweet time. Sweet time. Okay. And then let's go ahead and advance one more day. Right? There we go. So here's game 3. Angels have command of the series. They win 11-5. That would have been the Tommy John day for the Yankees. And the Astros have a 2-1 lead as the Expos get on the board. They shut out the Astros 3-0. All right, here's game 4. How many? Will both games go 5? Oh, they do. It's going to come down to the final game in the series as the Yankees come back and win 11-4. And the Expos win 5-3. So it's all tied at 2. Will there be a day off? I can't remember how this works before they have the 5th day. I guess we'll see. Oh, that's it. The Angels beat the Yankees 4-3 and win the series 3-2. And the Astros shut out the Expos 2-0. So we're going to go ahead and advance to the World Series. I always like to take a look at the transactions because at the end of the season, there are some teams that give contracts, like Bob Knepper got a 3-year deal with the Giants. Bill Robinson, almost a Hall of Famer, Hall of Very Good, retires. Jim Gatner gets a 4-year deal with the Brewers. Jose Morales retires. Steve Luber gets a 3-year deal with the Cubbies. Tony Johnson got injured in that series for Montreal, which might have been a good thing. They probably brought in Andre Dawson, I'd hope. Gary Templeton got a 4-year deal with the Cardinals. Pat Zachary, a 3-year extension with the Mets. And then Joaquin Andahar got injured for Houston, but I don't think that affected anything really, as Duffy Dyer, former Detroit Tiger, retires. So, okay, let's go ahead and get back to the playoffs here, and we're going to finish out the World Series. As we're going to go ahead and just advance one day at a time. And so we will have another video tomorrow, and that will be the day where I go through my Tigers lineup and decide whether I want to re-sign any of my players. What's going on here? Why did it only show 5, but then it went 6? I thought that was odd, but why is there not? Okay, so the teams that were leading won, and so 4-2 each of them. I don't know why it only shows 5 games there, but anyway, like I was saying, tomorrow I'm going to do my Tigers re-signing and also going to arbitration with a lot of my minor league players. And so that'll be an interesting day because I can only sign so many. And you can see right here, Jack Morris, Dave Rosemel, Lou Whitaker are just 3 of the many players, including several center fielders. All 4 of my center fielders could possibly become free agents. So we'll have to play that out and see as we get to the first game of the World Series and the Astros take the lead. They win 4-3, taking game 1. Game 2, Angels tie it up with a 3-1 victory. Game 3, I think it's going to be a day off, right? And now we're going to go to, here, this will be game 3 as the Astros are up 2-1 as they win 3-1. So these are all relatively low-scoring games. All right, here's game 4. Let's see if the Astros can take a commanding lead. They do. They win 5-3 that game. So this could be it. Game 5. They're at Houston as well. Let's see. Will the Astros be the World Series champs? Oh, they're going to save the game. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just how that rolls. So it's going to be a big surprise. Oh, no. The Angels hang in there. And they win 3-2 at the Astrodome. And it's 5 games. So there should be a day off then. And then we go back to California to the Big A in Anaheim. So here we go. Game 6. Oh, no, the Angels are coming back, and they're forcing a Game 7. I don't have that information there. I could easily pull up the calendar, but, we don't really need to get into all that. All right, here it is, Game 7 in Anaheim. And the Angels come back from being down 3-1 and win the World Series. That's pretty cool. All right, so congrats to the Angels. And I'm going to save this. And I don't want to play to the free agent period yet because we're going to have that as a separate video. So congratulations to the Angels. They are the winners of the 1980 World Series. And we'll be back tomorrow where I'll do my team free agents and arbitration eligible players. And then the day after that, we will do the free agent signings of all the players available so I can get prepared for the 1981 season. So at any rate, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great night.